Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's video. Thank you so much for coming and sharing some time with me. I love and appreciate you all. So, fair warning, I came back from Stonecrest and I was fine the whole weekend. I was good. Monday, driving back home, I had like a little scratchy throat, and I was like, oh, maybe it's because I've been screaming all weekend. Like, y'all was lit, and we're gonna get into it in the video, but I had a little scratchy throat, got some cough drops, but then, mucus ensued. So I've been taking my silver, I've been taking my gold, I've been taking my honey and my lime. So I just wanted to apologize if I sound a little nasally and if this video is kind of choppy, because you don't want to see me coughing and blowing my nose and ugh, yeah. So I wanted to talk about my biggest takeaways from Gathering of the Masters 2024 in Stonecrest, Georgia. Okay, so before the event even went down, Brother Rich and Merit, Black Magic 363, if you don't know, please go and know. Go to his YouTube channel and go subscribe to this brother. His platform is such a plethora of wealth of information. I absolutely love it. But he got this idea to bring some of the old school, some of the masters together. The last time he did this event, I believe he said was in 2014 or 15. It's been some years. And he got it all together. And he brought this venue to New Black Wall Street in Stonecrest, Georgia. And when I saw that, one, Urban X is going to be a vendor out there. Two, Queen of Fool was coming out. Three, Dr. B was going to be on the drums. And then five, I could stay for free because my brother is hopping to skip away from the venue. I said, I'm there. I'm in the building. So he had a Discord community, and that Discord was just a wealth of information. A lot of different egos and personas coming together, but still in love and light for the majority. That's what I saw. If other people had an experience, that's their perspective. But I loved it. There were so many different topics that were happening, threads that were happening, communities that were being built, singles getting together, trying to patch up and be a couple before the event, but just so many different things happening. Now, to get to the event, I was excited because I went by myself. Not excited that I went by myself, but excited because I went without my 2-year-old, because originally he was going to come, and then Thursday before I left, my co-wife was like, you know what, my schedule got changed, so you can leave him along with the other kids that I was leaving, because Monday's the first day of school. She's getting them together. So I was, a little anxious. I wanted to throw up a little bit because I don't leave my baby anywhere, but if I'm going to leave him anywhere, it's with her. So I was like, okay, fine. I drove up to visit my mom, who's about 2 hours away. I hadn't seen her in a while. Saw her and my sister and my eldest son, my 22-year-old. I saw him as well. I hadn't seen him in a while, so I was excited for that. Woke up on a very good note that Friday and drove the rest of the time into Georgia. I got there in enough time to have a late lunch, but I did not have the late lunch. I just went to my brother's house, kind of chilled out, and met and had dinner with my nieces, and I enjoyed that time. Then I rested. Saturday, woke up ready to go. Went to the venue, and the line was so long, and I was like, oh my God, why is the line so long to get inside? But it gave me time to really walk around the facility, because I had never been to New Black Wall Street and seen the different things that were happening in different businesses, the different restaurants. It was so wonderful. It was so wonderful to see the camaraderie and interact with some individuals. And that line went like that. Like, everybody was so peaceful and lovey and happy. Like, they were on their spiritual enlightened tip. I love that shit. So we got inside. I met some of the vendors. Of course, I patronized. You see these earrings? I got this from a beautiful sis out there. Some of my bracelets, I got some new bracelets, but these two and about two more I got from out there because I left all of my bracelets at home. I have 20 freaking bracelets. I left them all at home. I was very annoyed, but whatever. I left a couple other things at home too, but it worked out because the goddess, I'm in control of my own shit. Okay, the goddess got this. So went in, patronized the vendors, got in my seat, realized I didn't like my seat. A beautiful sis was gracious enough to give me her seat. She was in the third row. I was like, girl, say less. So I got that seat, and it was so beautiful just being up close and personal. And my first takeaway on Saturday was, I still don't know my right from my left. My whole life I have struggled with knowing my right from my left. I have to, okay, that's my right. I have to do that. That's my predominant. Okay, that's east. Okay, that's left, west. All right. I literally do, and this weekend it brought it out so much more. But the reason why that was my biggest takeaway, because it just kind of solidified this left white ring, whatever the difference is. It's nothing. We're all one. It's all together, right? One thing may be more predominant over another thing, but it's still one together. One cannot operate without the other. So this weekend, seeing how some people were dominant in certain things, but they were still majestic in all things, because we are all one unit moving on one accord. It really was one love. I really, really, really appreciated that. I really also appreciated the fact that I do not conform. Like, there was a whole bunch of line dancing happening this weekend, right? You got to get the energy up, right? And those of you who was there, you saw me dancing. I didn't know not nan line dance, but I was still up there moving. I was shaking my root chakra. I said, listen, we finna shake this energy, okay? So I was just grateful that I allow myself to be free and not be conformed, because then it gave other people permission. When they saw, oh shit, it's an infinite goddess up there doing her thing and she don't know what the fuck she doing, but she's still smiling, I'm gonna go too, right? And we all just gonna be happy and free and go lucky together. Okay, I was so grateful for that. So the first speaker is Dr. Jewel Pookrum. My biggest takeaway from her talk is that we don't have to succumb to the dis-ease of death. Okay, you can live forever. And those of you who have been following me for a while, then you know my grandfather passed at 102, very ripe. And I've always stated that I have longevity in my bones. I knew I was going to be here for a long time. My spirit team told me I need to get rid of my term life insurance, and I need to get long-term, like whole life insurance, because I'm going to be here for a long time. Okay, so investing in myself long term. So just giving different tools. And the movie that she brought up, I mentioned it in my Mindset Monday, but it's Chast, C-H-A-S-T, the origin of Chast, and it's directed by Eva Delaney. That movie, I started watching it, I didn't finish all the way through, but even what I did see, I saw like the first 30 minutes, and it was superb. Okay, I recommend that you go and see that. But Dr. Pookrum showed examples of different men who lived to be over 200 years old, mentors who were 500 years old, villages of people that were 200 something years old, just based off of people that were 100 years old, just based off certain things that they eat and what they spoke and told themselves. And of course the miracle berry, goji berry. Listen, I'm already on it. Okay, but you want to start instilling some longevity in your life, go get you some goji berries. Okay, get that going. Now the second speaker, Sister Myra Moss. Now Sister Myra Moss, Ross, I love her so much. Sister Myra, I love her so much. I love her energy. And she was like, you know, my boy Kendrick, my Gemini, right? She was breaking down They Not Like Us. She was breaking down the heart. Rather, she was really focused on his heart sequences, and like the different ways how the men that he was symbolizing as he morphed through that video, like what they were symbolizing for the divine masculine. And she was saying like how the they, right, society, the powers that be that don't want us to know our power, right, they have assumed the power by taking our power, and they don't want to know that they are feeding off of our power, because then we'll stop them from feeding off of our power and feed off of our own power, and then they'll be left in the lurch. So she started breaking down like how they were infiltrating the black family, right, with the guise of union or conformity of or joining and being together, but then they were putting in place men that were not standing up for the black women, right? And it's not what we have going on now where you have the gender wars or whatever it's being called. I don't know, because I don't see that on my social media. But, saying that black men don't protect black women. No, it was a matter of we are rejecting the idea of black women. And then they were implanted with men that were leaving their black women, right, for other races. And then men that were, batting for the same team, right? And then men that were coming back seemingly to the black women, but not really the black woman, just those that look like us, right? But they're not like us, all right? And then she specifically named Beyonce, and I was like, I knew it, because Beyonce may present as black, and her mama may present as black, and her grandma may present as black, but her great-great-grandma is not. Okay, and once you have that, it's not the one drop melanin, then you black. No, once you have that one drop in your mitochondrial DNA that is a non-black, then that erases everything, it dilutes everything. You'll never have the true full essence. So now you have a bunch of men that are coming with these red bones that are presented as if to say they are, for the black women, and it's not really for us. So I love that breakdown from her. And then Queen Afua closed out, and she was like, sacred woman, heal your womb, heal your man, men, heal yourself, right? Same old, right? Which I love. I love the reminders. But then after she gave us her words of wisdom for about 20 minutes or so, she was like, yeah, I don't want to be on this stage anymore. Like, where are my sacred women at? All the women that went through the chorus, and then she saw some of them, and she remembered some of them, and she's like, oh my God, this is like my birthday weekend. She's like, I don't never celebrate my birthday. I let other people celebrate it, but I want to celebrate with y'all. Then they started singing, and started clapping, and started dancing, and chanting. Hey, Queen Afua, go up, hey. And like, it was just a wave of movement, and she was just enjoying herself, but I could feel that outpouring of love, and she was trying to get back on script, but she was so far gone. She was in her effort mode. And some people were like, I'm gonna leave early, but that's because it wasn't resonating with their soul, and that's fine. It wasn't resonating with them. But I loved what Queen Afua did, moving off script and just enjoying herself. That elder deserves it. She deserves it. Yeah, she deserves to have that time to let loose and unwind and be within self. I loved it. So after that, and of course, I patronized other vendors and etc. But after that, I decided I'm gonna go out because I'm up here by myself. I don't got no spouse. I don't got no children. I'm about to go outside and catch a vibe. And that's exactly what I did. Me and a couple of other of my infinite cousins, right, joined me, and we went to this place called Vibes Lounge. And we danced, and they gave us VIP. Like, I walked in through the door, and I was the first one in, and the guy was like, oh, who are you here with? And I said, just a couple of my friends, like 4 other people. He's like, okay, hold on. And he went, he talked to somebody, and he was like, yeah, can we da-da-da-da-da? And I see him gesturing, and he told me, yeah, come on, y'all can have this right here. I said, oh shit, okay, VIP, thank you, reserved just for me, reserved for the goddess. So I was already on high. And then one of the brothers, he came with his queen, and he was like, you know what, I rocks with you, I'm gonna buy you a bottle. I said, buy me a bottle then. Buy me one. So listen, we were lit, we had so much fun. Got home about 2, woke up late the next day for breakfast. I woke up at 9:30, breakfast was at 10. But I got there at about 10:15, 10:20ish. I walked in the door, and breakfast was with the Urban X90, the UX90. Shout out to you. If you are part of the UX90 clan, please put it in the chat. please let me show you some love and some gratitude, because y'all don't know this, but you brought me to fucking tears. I was sitting in the corner talking to Black Dot, and I was just overcome with emotion, but I was trying my best not to make y'all see it. But oh my God, I was so freaking moved, because I walked in the door and they were like, Ascending Infinite Goddess, hey! And I was like, oh shit, y'all deep. I thought it was only gonna be like 30 people there. It was easily like 60 people. And one of the brothers gifted me his books. Oh my God, his book called Voiceless, and then a kid's book. I forgot the twins. If I'm old enough to go, I apologize, brother, but those books were beautiful. I brought the book home from my little one, the kid's book, and he's just been flipping through it ever since. That's been the book that he's flipping through. I absolutely love it. Y'all showed me so much love. I took pictures with everyone, hugged every single person. I was so sweaty, you know. Then I did a spoken word from the ancestors, pulled some cards. That was beautiful. So my Saturday personal takeaway was, y'all really love me. And I know I said that before, but y'all really love me. I really, really appreciate that. Then when I got to the gathering and I was like, okay, this line, I'm going to talk to people while I'm in the line. And there was a lot of people in the line. I was like, hey, I know you. Yeah, I've seen you. Oh, yeah, I know you from Urban X. Or yeah, I know you from Brother Rich Platform. Or yeah, I know you. And I was like, really? Y'all, me? Really? Oh, my God. You know, it's still humbling, because although I have done readings and sessions with hundreds, maybe even 1,000, I maybe even have touched 1,000 people already. But hundreds upon hundreds of people is still, you know, very different when you are up close and personal. So again, thank you all for that, because it gave me, it helped me really ground myself in this energy and up my momentum, up my ante, right? So after that, first speaker, Dr. B. Listen, so because I got there early, I got back. I was in the 5th row this time, and Dr. B came out with his drum like boom, boom, boom. And you know that drum for our people, it gets the juices going, right? It gets your heart thumping. And I was like, oh, Dr. B is coming out here with the works. And it was so beautiful, his talk. And my biggest takeaway from him is, don't listen to the opposition, because you are only as strong as what your belief is. What is your belief? All right? So don't listen to the opposition, and it won't affect you. All right? It won't affect you. The next speaker, Asir the Duke of Tears. Now, I signed up before the session even began. I signed up for a tantric chakra session, and the person wasn't ready until like then. Now, mind you, I was inspired to do a couple of readings, which I was only going to do like 3 or 4, but I ended up having a line and I read like 6 or 7 people. Again, thank y'all for that. I didn't realize, again, how much y'all were rocking out with me, even though Spirit kept saying, let me show you, right? So, I had a tantric chakra session with one of the vendors there. So, I didn't get to hear all of Asir, but, you know, just showing, again, what some of my thoughts were before about America being the Mecca. America being it. Not all just Africa. Like, no, America is it. So, showing, you know, proof, or the painting with George Washington and how he was black, which I already knew, I already heard of. You know, I've heard of that information before, but I just liked him kind of bringing home, like, stop believing into the narrative of go back to Africa. Like, we was here, okay? Niggas was here. We was everywhere. We were everywhere. And I already knew these land masses once were connected, because you can see, like, the outline of things and see how they're conjoined. And then just as the earth shifted, the tectonic plates went about, then you started to see the breaking of the land masses. But let's not, you know, get it twisted and think that we're not home. We are. We are home. You are home, right? We're here on Daughter Earth. Do not feel that you are misplaced, or that you don't belong here in this space because you were told that you were stolen and now you don't know your lineage and yah yah shish kebab. Like, cut that out. You are where you are supposed to be. So I appreciated that from him. And then the closeout with Dr. Yahki Awakening. Listen, he said, put some respect on my name because, you know, it's cool if I just Yahki Awakening, but I did put in the time and the money and the effort to be called doctor. So let's not play. Tattoos fool you, okay? I am a doctor. So him breaking down just how you can change the makeup with your body, and he was talking about the fascia system, and of course, how that changes our makeup, and how we interact with our surroundings. I deeply appreciated that, and he gave different ways how you can heal your body, and how your teeth are your circuit breakers. And y'all may not know, but I went to dentistry school early 2000s, 2001, 2, 3. I went 4, 5, 6. I went, and I did learn that all your nerve endings are here in your mouth. Different roots are like the different endings or beginnings of certain places in your body, and how fluoride can disrupt that. And Yahki just kind of went deeper into that, and I appreciated him bringing up that reminder, right, in my vortex, right, in my memory banks. And I was like, man, that really is, you know, so imperative, so important, right? A lot of people suffer through certain things, and it is, no, if you had better hygiene, if you brushed your fucking tongue, your breath wouldn't stink, and you wouldn't have certain bacteria that's in your body, right? If you just took care of your oral hygiene. So that is some of my biggest takeaways, right? If I had time, I will be inserting pictures. So if you saw me inserting pictures, that means your girl had time today, right? I do have a late session, so I have to make sure I'm prepared for that. But yeah, that is that. Like, I 100% thoroughly enjoyed the Gathering of the Masters. A lot of people did ask me why I didn't bend, including my husband's. But I was like, I was just trying to be in the audience. I was just trying to get the knowledge, right? I wasn't even thinking about that. But now that I know y'all really love me, y'all really love me, y'all really messing with me, I'll make sure I bend next time, okay? So that is that, wealthy family. I'm sure this video is long enough. I appreciate you all. I love you all. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.